This here is my cover crop I just rolled down. It was a mix of oats, wheat. It looks like maybe a triticale, grain, but that's wheat right there. And then there's some oats mixed in. There were some winter peas. I did have some little bit of weeds in here too, but that's all mashed down for cover. So what I'm going to do, since this is knocked down, I'm going to now put these pieces of tin, which you can see my other cover crop that I rolled down 2 weeks ago and mashed is ready to plant into. So I'm going to get my tiller out and make my lines after I move these over here. And these will sit here for a couple weeks, and I'll probably plant some, I think I'm going to plant some sweet corn in this mixture. But right here is going to be a MILPA mix or a chaos garden. It's the 40 seed mixture that I got, and it's going to go in the ground a little later today. Maybe I can update that later. Okay, this here is the terminated cover crop mixture I had. Same thing that I just rolled down over here. The pieces of tin set on here for about 2 weeks. Looks like I got a pretty good kill, and since these are annuals and they were starting to go to seed, I should get a pretty good kill on them. So now I'm going to get my tiller and use the little spike, for the depth spike for tillage, and I will use that instead of the tines to make rows to plant my seed mix. And I'll be using an earthway seeder to plant the seeds once I get this finished. Okay, here's my tiller. It's just a regular old Husqvarna tiller. Had it for a few years. It's a good reliable tiller. It starts pretty nicely. But since I've been transitioning to no-till, it was weighing on me how to keep using this thing, because I spent a good amount of money on it, and it's a good machine. And I do still use a little bit of tillage in certain situations when I need to, but overall I'm not trying to disturb the ground, or trying to disturb it as little as possible. So okay, here's what I was talking about, the spike, and you can adjust that right here, and I have it about 2 inches deep. Makes a nice row, cleans out any trash or anything, because you're going to get a lot of trash with the cover crops getting tangled and stuff, and it helps clean that out. And it takes a little adjustment. If I had a no-till planter with coulters and a planting wheel and everything like that, that would be optimal, but that's not what I have, and so we're making do with what I have. So that's what I've got, and we're gonna go in here pretty soon. I'm gonna put it in gear. That helps pull that spike through the cover crop. So I'm gonna start. Try to do a little demonstration on video. It's not going to make straight rows, but it does a pretty good job. So that's what I'm going to be planting into. Got my rows ready to plant. I'm going to go get my seed mix, put it in the planter, put my corn plate on. I'm going to use a corn plate on this planter just because there's some bigger seeds. And I'll probably make 2 or 3 trips down each row with the seed mix, just to get a good distribution of seeds. and put fertilizer on it and cover it. Try to cover it as best I can and see what I can do. All right. Okay, here is my seed mix. Green cover seed MILPA garden mix. Warm season. I don't know if you can see, but there's over 40 species, lots of vegetables and flowers, different things. So, and it turns out I already had the corn plate in. You see that spacing on it, and you see the big scoops. Probably overfilled my planter, but that's a seed mix. Lots of fun in there. We'll get this in the ground. Here we go. I've got my seeder in the ground. If this works, this front wheel drives a belt and turns the seed plate and grabs the seed and pushes it down the tube right behind that little thing that opens up the furrow. So that's how that works, and we'll make a little push down the row. You can see the seeds, some of them that don't get covered by the wheel, and I'll come back in and cover that to make sure I get good coverage on the seed. And I'll probably water this. We haven't really gotten any rain lately, so good watering might help get it in too and get the seeds boosted.